Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Why don't we all have a seat? I think all the co-ops are here. Got the Mounted Patrol. The cavalry's in the house. All right, I think we're missing Michelle.
Michelle and Nash.
Michelle and Nash, all right. All right, and there's Tim. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Tony Prado. I'm Director of Communications for Newcastle County Government, and today we're here to celebrate a special relationship that was begun none other than Newcastle County Executive Thomas P. Gordon when he placed, I was in his office when he placed the phone call to Dr. Jack Varsalona from Wilmington University and said, Jack, you know, we're neighbors, you guys have a media film program, we should be working together. And Dr. Varsalona, to his credit, was amenable to that, and we're here to celebrate that. It was one of the situations where he said, have your people talk to my people. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But let me recognize the special folks that came here today, starting with County Executive Tom Gordon. And we have Chief Administrative Officer David Grimaldi, Deputy Chief Administrative Officer Samuel Guy, Chief of Staff and Executive Producer of NCCTV, Jim McDonald. We have Chief Financial Officer Michael Coop here. We have Chief of Emergency Medical Services, which is the paramedics, Larry Tan. We have Risk Manager Cheryl McDonough here. And let's see, we are honored to have as well, the County Solicitor is here, Daryl Parson, sitting in the back. I want to thank Jane Ratteni from Community Services, which is housed right here in the Gilliam building. She's one of our managers there, and she's always been a big help to me. I appreciate her support. And we have the Mounted Patrol with us. I want to recognize Sergeant Mary Devine, who you're going to see on the big screen shortly. And with her is Master Corporal William Brown, Master Corporal Jose Baerga, Corporal Eric Selhorst, Officer Gregory Bruno, and Officer Mara Schultz. And we have a couple of our executive assistants here, Frank Cook, Wayna Dobson, and George Casson. And I'm going to introduce the Wilmington University folks shortly. But, you know, I want to introduce my boss, Tom Gordon. You know, one thing that Tom Gordon is a visionary. And his vision is remarkable. NCCTV was his vision, it was his dream. When he came into office about 3 years ago, he saw a TV screen, a government access channel that was running bulletin boards and graphics, maybe a 30-second PSA here and there. And he knew that we could do so much more than that. And he tasked specifically, you know, in the early meetings, Sam Guy was a big help. You know, he's an attorney who has extensive experience with Channel 28, and he also tasked Jim McDonald and I with getting this thing going from the ground up. And Mac's experience with technology was a big help when we found the state-of-the-art technology that we use, which is why the videos that you see on NCCTV look so good. I mean, it's high-definition cameras, the Panasonics. And everything we've done is what he told us to do. You know, and that's the truth. We're just doing what he envisioned in his head. And you know, he shoots for the stars. And if we land on the moon, I'm happy because he's demanding and he expects the best. And that's good because that makes you better. And when we got into this relationship with Wilmington University, it really, as you'll see momentarily, it really took us to another level. But that's enough from me. Without further ado, I would like to ask the Honorable Thomas P. Gordon to come up and say a few words.
Let me first start by welcoming everyone here to the Gilliam Building. And start by thanking Tony, who has a very difficult job. His job is to keep our press every day good, and we're usually covered by 3 or 4 reporters a day trying to make it negative. So he does the tailspin usually, trying to figure out how to keep news positive. But this is a great relationship. I think a lot of Wilmington College, we're involved right now with a new campus being built up on 202, and their future is ahead of them. And to be a part of this, I'd like to see it continue, and I'm looking forward to seeing this screening. And I thank everyone that was involved with Wilmington College very much, and I will talk to my friend Jack about it shortly. But I also wanted to give Dave Morley a chance to come up and talk about it's perfect timing, because the Mountain Unit is going to be called in for a major assignment tomorrow, and I wanted to talk about how important it is.
Thank you, sir. As many of you may or may not know, DuPont spinoff corporation Chemours is deciding whether or not they're going to locate in the city of Wilmington or just up the state line in Chadds Ford. The incentive package, Pennsylvania is throwing the world at them, and the county has stepped up along with the city and the state to incentivize Chemours and do something really unprecedented. But look, it's 900 jobs. It's 900 jobs in the city of Wilmington. If we lose Chemours, we lose Market Street, we lose the city, and the county will follow. So we're in this position now. It was a money thing up until last week. Unfortunately, it became a public safety thing with the murder right in front of their headquarters. We had a meeting today with the chief of Wilmington Police and the county police, along with Director Bryant. All have agreed that the mounted patrol that are going to be featured here today are going to be going into the city of Wilmington starting tomorrow. And they are going to be very, very visible. And it's no understatement to say that the economic future of the city and the county and perhaps the state lie in these capable hands. So I just want to thank you, and we appreciate the hard work you do for us every single day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. David is actually my boss. He's the one who I directly report to, and his you know, similar to Tom, he's also very demanding and has high expectations, and again, that makes me better every day. So next, before I introduce the Wilmington University folks, I want to ask Jim McDonald to come up. One of the responsibilities that Mac has is NCCTV. The executive charged him with running, you know, the studio, and like I said earlier, you know, he's been a big help. You know, make sure we get the state of the art equipment that we need to make the station look good. And you know, as a manager, it's always amazing how one of your big jobs is getting people to get along, and I think Jim is doing that. So Jim, could you please come up?
Thank you, Tony. I'll echo some of what Tony said earlier, but 3 years ago, in December, we're sitting in County Executive Gordon's office, and he goes, "I want a TV station, and I want it to look like Fox 29. He said, "But I've only got $25,000. So we had 2 alternatives. We could run a U-Haul truck, go up and steal everything from Fox 29, or we could reach out to some of my old friends in the industry, which we did. Tony went and spent some time with our friends up in Norristown, was it? Yeah. Norristown, and they were very helpful with helping us pick out equipment, come down. I don't see the folks here from Special Services, but they came in and they helped us renovate what was formerly a storage area into a pretty nice studio. We had people from finance, Mr. Coop's group was able to go out and wrangle us some furniture. So we've come pretty full circle, and we have a very nice operation. But it's directly attributed to the people that work for us every day, because I made a list of names here because I didn't do that this morning and I missed people. So I'm going to try again. Of course, Tony has been instrumental. Josue, who's not here, he's home with his wife. She just had a baby the other day. So he's home spending time with his new child. Wayne Dobson, Melody Kitchen, Rob Paolo, and Lisa Lancaster, and Cindy Williams. All came together, very little experience, and they've produced what I hope is becoming a more refined product every day. And it's looking better and better every day. Granted, we started out, we looked a little bit like Wayne's World, but you know, we've cleaned it up and we've moved the ball forward. And that's directly attributed to the efforts of the people that we have working for us, which is a reflection of our workforce in general. The county police is a great example. You give them a job to do, they go out, they excel. Special services, you ask them to do something, they come in, they bring a team, they make us look good every day. You are the workers on the ground that do pull us all in and make us look great. That being said, we introduced a new element, which a public-private partnership with the Wilmington University. Nobody was really sure how that was going to work. None of us are teachers. We didn't have a great deal of experience. But the interaction between the two organizations, I think everybody gets something from it. We have experience in the world that some of these people that are coming in from the college that teaches the videography and the graphics, and they train our people, we show them things. So it was a really great relationship, and we hope that it will continue, and we're very, very thankful that they've been here and they've helped us along, and my gratitude. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mac. I see Chief of Human Resources, Christine Dunning, has joined us. Thank you so much for coming, Chris. I appreciate that. And I do want to acknowledge some of the folks from Wilmington University who are here, who helped to make this thing happen. We have Eileen Donnelly. She is the Dean of Online and Experiential Learning at Wilmington University. Thank you for being here, Dean Donnelly. And we have David Caffo. He is the Director of Cooperative Education. I always call them interns. Technically, they're co-ops. We were going to pay them, but times are tight. That's another story for another day. And we also have with us Scott Shaw. David Caffo, along with Ed Guthrie and Scott Shaw, were the ones that were there in the early going when we had these meetings to figure out how we're going to do this. You know, and Timothy Day was there as well, the instructor. It's just, that's where the magic started, and I want to thank them not only for that, but also for coming here today. And without further ado, I would like to ask Scott Shaw, the Chair of Game Design and Development Program Chair, Video and Motion Graphics Program, Wilmington University. And while Scott is coming up, I just want to say, I already apologized to Rob Paolo when I was putting up the list of the NCCTV staff. I was remiss and neglected to mention him. And did you mention Steve Berg? I will make sure we mention Steve as well. So without further ado, Scott Shaw.
Thank you. And this is really exciting for us because this opportunity for our students is really made possible from that initial conversation and from Dean Guthrie, Dave Caffo, all the folks that were mentioned. It's exciting for us because moving into this, again, we kind of don't know how all this is going to work out, and we rely on our instructors and our awesome students to make things happen, and this provides an excellent experience for them, real world, before they even leave the door of our university. So we thank you for that opportunity and giving us that chance to do it. And again, all of the folks that were mentioned from Wilmington University are integral. Tim Day has been the one that's been kind of my boots on the ground, if you will, to coordinate with the students and with the county, with Tony and everybody else. So he deserves a big round of applause for handling that. And I think you'll be very pleased with what the students have produced over the last couple of months. It's really exciting to see them go from classroom to experience and have them shine and be able to reach out and interact with you all, because that's something that you can't get in the classroom, and we're lucky enough to be able to afford that opportunity to them. So thank you for this really, really nice opportunity to show off their work. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Moving along, we're getting to the main event. But at this point, I do want to introduce the inaugural Wilmington University team. That's instructor Timothy Day, students Avinash Chalapu, Michelle Magalan, Mark Fantini, and Catherine Lopez. What you're about to see, the work that they did, and I'm sorry for delaying Tim. I know he's got a class to get to soon, so let's move things along. As you're going to see, these guys taught us things that, when we were meeting early on, like Sam Guy mentioned in one of the meetings, the best days were when the students, when you turn them loose and let them do their own work, their own independent study, so to speak. And this was their long-term project, kind of their midterm, kind of their term paper, if you will. And I was impressed, and I think you will be too. And I want to have a brief presentation with the county executive for you guys. If you want to come up real quick, the exec is going to give you some gifts to acknowledge all of your hard work. So these are the pins.
Challenge points to go way back for history. Thank you. One of the awards where somebody had a group where they're from the county executive office. He gave me 4.
Yeah, Tim is coming, and these are the pins.
You, and these are with pride. We hope to keep our relationship and wear your pen. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. And Tim, I sense you want to get this show on the road, or did you want to say a few words?
Sure, I can say something.
Okay, come on up. Timothy Day was the guy that kept. He gave the students guidance, and he was in a lot of ways their director. One time they were at Glasgow Farmers Market, and not a lot of people were there, and they were struggling, and Tim reminded them, like, guys, you guys can do anything you want, you can do different angles and talk to the people there, and that turned out to be a nice piece as well. You're not going to see that today, but you can always look it up on our YouTube account. So, Timothy.
All right, first I want to thank Tom Gordon and Scott Shaw. Scott Shaw initially approached me with the idea and said, hey, you teach umpteen classes a year. I want you to manage this 4 to 6 students. We ended up getting 4 students, and really kind of help the county get what they want out of this partnership. I've never done something like that before. I come from a TV, from film background, and I said, okay, it's a new challenge. So I think through the past 6 months or so, 6 months, we learned a lot. I've had these students in both classroom, on-hands experience, tech experience, and we've worked together, so I was happy to see everything that I've taught them, the tools that they've learned, and apply it and get it right to the screen. I want to thank them, actually, for doing a lot of work. Sometimes you guys were doing far more work than I expected. Nash became a natural on camera, as you guys will see. After a few episodes, he is now, a really good host and a really nice presence on camera. So I want to thank everybody involved, and I hope you guys enjoy all the technical aspects that we kind of worked through and got and put together for this presentation today.
Jim McDonald mentioned special services. If you go to our NCCTV studio, it's completely green at the orders of the county executive, and that was special services. And I want to acknowledge Bruce in the back there. He is from special services, and he helped set this whole thing up. So let's get this show on the road, and I'm going to borrow this mic to amplify the video. You're going to see a preview first. Kind of like when you're in the movies, just a brief 2-minute clip of something that the guys put together, just to kind of tease you.
Hello and welcome to Spotlight on Newcastle County, which features all things Newcastle County, Delaware. You never know who we're going to talk to or where we're going to visit. For today's show, I'm pleased to welcome NCCTV's newest team members, Wilmington University instructor Timothy Day, and student interns Michelle Magalon, Nash Chelapu, Catherine Lopez, and Mark Fantini.
And we thought it was a great opportunity to get a group of students out in the workplace working with the county, producing, editing, shooting, and packaging work to put out on air.
Hi, I'm Nash Chelapu here at the Spring County Festival.
Hi, I'm Nash Chelapu here for NCCTV at Glasgow Park.
Ever since a kid, I used to love ice cream, which is why I'm at the Ice Cream Festival at Rockwood Museum.
I learned a lot from Tim Day, but as for trying to get my strengths and all that, I wanted to be camera work.
I really enjoy the editing part. I can sit for hours and just sit there and edit, but I actually enjoy the camera work. I'm getting a little bit more experience with it, and I'm starting to really enjoy it.
Experience will be great. It'll be great to actually produce some stuff that people could see on TV.
I ended up really enjoying a lot of the editing, a lot of different camera work, and I enjoy entertaining people.
I actually love being in the field, setting up the shot, the sound. I really like all aspects of it in the field.
I really enjoy when you can tell a story too, with the production aspect of things.
Just gaining experience, so that way when it's time for me to go, I hope to like California, so I'm ready.
I think the one thing that it's not just these 4 students, right now it is, but then we're going by semester to semester, so this is just a really great partnership that we've been able to establish that I think both Wilmington and Newcastle is looking forward to.
Our day starts, we show up, we have roll call, we find out what we're going to be doing for the day. We look at the reports from last night, past week, emails that'll tell us where we're assigned for the day. After that, group effort, we get the horses ready and the trucks and trailers ready. Right now we're walking over to make sure we got water for the horses. We do and hay, especially today because it's going to be about 90 degrees.
In the summertime and the warm weather, due to the dryness, the hooves begin to crack. See cracking here? This is kind of moisturized and kind of bring the hoof back. And it also looks nice too.
Picking his feet. The horses walk around out there and they get mud and rocks and all that up into what we call a frog. This here is a frog. And so you clean it all out. It's kind of like you if you were barefooted and you stepped on something it would hurt. I'm going to give you a bruise, and their feet are the same way.
So these are our 3 trucks. These are a couple years old Chevy dually pickup trucks. And then our 3 trailers. We have another trailer that pulls the carriage that we got just this past year.
This keeps the saddle from sliding back when we're riding. So this keeps everything in place. It's a saddle pad. Pretty much what the saddle pad does, it provides another layer of protection underneath the saddle. As you can see, all our mounts all have badges. They're considered police animals, police officers, so the same penalties apply on them as if you were to, if you struck a police horse, the same penalty applies as if you struck a police officer. This here is called the lead rope. Pretty much what we use the lead rope for. All our horses always have them in case we are in a neighborhood and we get called to a complaint. We can use this to tie them off somewhere while we go into the residence and handle the complaints. And it's also used to obviously lead them from place to place when we're not on their backs. So, and that's pretty much it for saddling up the horse though.
So today we're going to hit Peachtree Road, run some radar. You guys have the radar guns located, or okay, they should be charged up.
Yes.
All right. Thursday's assignment. Captain Watson hit me up a while ago, so we're going to be doing the special op on Thursday. It looks like it's going to be day work, 8 to 4, so shouldn't be any adjustment in your schedule. Bruno, you've been approved to do the 12 to 8 shift and continue with the community services program that you had already scheduled. So that shouldn't be any different. I got an email message from Ashley Boyle from New Bolton Center regarding red, and I forwarded that to you, Mark. We need to make sure he gets a double dose of Panicure today for a second on the update on his meds and also Banamine. So I didn't see anything significant that would have anything to do with our schedule, so Peachtree is just the easiest place for us. We haven't been up there for a while, so it should be fruitful. I don't have anything further right now, so tomorrow is wide open. Okay, all right. Well then let's head up and
That's at Churchman's there. Yes. Okay. I'll stop at the front if you guys want to get some pop-ups and stuff sitting on top. Which row is it? It's for the carriage row. Okay.
we might need carriage first. I'm sorry. We will forward. We will. All right. You can run by Valerie.
We actually have computers on the horses and printers, and we use these to write all of our citations. Once we write a ticket, the little printer spits it right out, so nothing's handwriting any, everything's computer. So I think we're really only the only mounted unit that actually has computers on their horses. So I can't think of another unit that does that. So, but it takes time to boot everything up, just like you are at home. And once I'm done there, I'll get them tacked up and I'll get this attached and we'll start working.
So, our goal though is to remind people to drive slower. And we have a construction site across the street, so people are going to be back and forth across the street here probably. So, it's safety. It's about safety, not about the buck.
Well, I hope we have a nice, easy, safe day. As you see always, we're always surrounded by people who want to see the horses and pet the horses. The horses, they're definitely a great community contact. They bring people out, and not just for something good, not for something negative. So that's one good thing about the horses. But we also have to do our job as well. So our objective today is to try to grab some of these drivers that are speeding. So that's what we're going to run radar today. There's a lot of complaints on this roadway due to speed. So that's what will be our main objective today.
As cars go by, I'm able to watch cars go both direction, and what I do is run their tags just to make sure that the cars are valid and whatnot. The officers on the horses are also able to do the same thing, but when you have cars coming from both directions, sometimes the tag could be missed, so it's better to run it more than once than not to run it at all. So as cars are going by, I'm also checking for violations, and they may be occupied running another tag that I catch here, and if the car makes it out on the main roadway, then I'll go out and get the car and bring them back to these guys.
I was alerted that the young lady didn't have a seatbelt on, but she actually had it under her arm. And really, it should be over the shoulder. Kind of cut brakes. I mean, it should be worn properly. But when I looked at her tag, she had a plate cover, which is also illegal. You don't know that. You just can't see the sticker.
I didn't know it was actually illegal.
It's illegal. It's called unauthorized condition to tag. And once I ran her tag, it was expired in 2014.
I'm Master Corporal Jose Bayerga. This is my mount, Buddy. I've been with the police department 17 years now. Been with the Mounted Patrol for just over 6 years. Some of the things I enjoy about Mounted Patrol is an exciting and rewarding career. A lot of times we go into drug-ridden neighborhoods that the people don't normally come out unless we're there. And it's a pleasure to actually see young kids come out and ride bicycles and give them free time and time to enjoy their neighborhoods while we're patrolling. And then once we leave, it's pretty much shut down and it's overrun by all the crime and everything that's going on. These guys play they're a special tool for us because anytime you go into a neighborhood, even if you go in a police car, people don't normally come out and associate with police cars because they're considered snitches at the time. However, with the horses, they can actually sit there, pet the horses, and look at you as they're petting the horses and give you valuable information. We've gotten information from shootings, drug information, homicides, burglaries. I mean, you name it, we get the information. So these guys play a valuable tool with being a liaison between the police and the communities that we serve.
Hi, I'm Officer Mara Schultz, and this is my mount, Big Red. He's a 7-year-old Clydesdale here. I'm brand new to the unit. I've only been on the unit for approximately 1 year, but I've been with the Newcastle County Police Department for about 6 years. Actually, both Red and I are new. We just finished our first year on patrol back in April. The thing I like most about the mounted unit is getting out into the community and doing the parades. The horses always enjoy doing the parades. It's great to make them look real pretty, and everybody loves the horses from the Newcastle County Mounted Patrol.
another speeding violation I had, 44 to 25, and Jackie told me it was worth getting the ticket because I was on horse. So sometimes you do get that.